December of 23 and then Christmas of last year. All right. So let's talk through, what did the business look like when you first came out?
When we first came out, we were only flipping. We were only flipping full gut, massive rehabs. And, what drove us out here was, we had, similar to you guys, we had ran into big contractor issues, lawsuits, tons of lost money. And we essentially knew that we needed to generate cash quickly.
Yeah.
And so we were referred to look into you all, and we did. And then, that kind of drove us to come out to the 2-day workshop.
Nice. Okay. So you come out here. What were some of the big aha moments for you guys at that point in time? Well, one, what's the dynamic between the partnership? Like, who owns what parts of the business?
So I guess as of Monday, this week, we just hired a Dispo manager. So I was doing Dispo for
Nice.
This past year, and then also managing all of our projects, our flips.
Yeah, so you were Dispo and project management.
Yep.
And you've been
Everything else.
Cool.
Yep.
But I remember we were talking at lunch on the first 2 days you guys came out, and you guys were both kind of doing a little bit of everything, weren't you?
That was actually last year.
Yeah.
That was, so just last year.
Yeah.
We were both doing a little bit of everything.
I remember.
I mean, Tiffany kind of got in her ass a little bit, and we split roles real quickly and, went from there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that is very big for any.
Does anyone else relate to that? Has anyone got a partner or spouse where you're kind of both doing a little bit of everything?
No?
Who's doing anyone else?
Not anymore. Yeah.
I'm good.
That was one of the biggest things for Tiffany, and that's probably what she was sharing with you guys back then was when we clearly said, this is what I own, this is what you own, man, we ran so much faster. I'm sure you guys saw a lot of that too. So when you were out here, even last year, like what were some of the big things you're like, okay, when we go back, we're going to go focus on these 2 to 3 things. What were those?
So before we came, we never did direct to seller. So we were only buying flips from other wholesalers or on the MLS.
Okay.
And I wanted to learn direct to seller to get better deals. And I never, ever really wanted to wholesale. But I ultimately was like, I know this is a great way to generate cash quickly, and we need this right now.
Yep.
So let's do that. And, from there, we basically started doing direct to seller. And that was kind of the big aha. My limiting belief before that was like, I'm good at evaluating the deals, and we can manage the project. But we don't want to talk to sellers. We don't want to do that front end stuff. So the big limiting belief that we kind of overcame was we can go direct to seller.
Yeah.
And capitalize on all those.
What helped you with that though? It sounds like there was a switch of confidence where before it was like, I don't really know.
It was the how to do marketing.
Yeah.
And what do we say to them when we start talking to them?
So simple as that. Yeah.
So, I mean, getting told exactly what to tell them, I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, we can do that. I think we can figure that out.
Cool. Okay. So how to do marketing and then the sales process are really the big things you guys focused on. Yeah. So, all right, you go back. That's the area of focus. What's the first marketing channel you launched?
PPL.
Okay.
Need to sell.
Yes.
Why sell my house?
Why PPL?
Low barrier to entry. We just had to pay, and we get an inbound lead, and they're a hot lead. I didn't want to do cold calling.
Yeah.
So it was a hot lead that we could talk to right away.
Okay, and then you launched this channel. What happened? Let's fast forward a little bit further. Was it a successful channel? Not successful channel?
We have never turned it off.
Oh, wow. You're still running it today.
That is correct.
Cool. Do you know your metrics right now off the top of your head by chance?
I literally just told Jordan right before I came in, I was like, he better not grill me on my numbers because I don't have them off the top of my head.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. And so we
I know last year for PPL, we were about 1 in 20 leads.
Yeah, leads per contract.
Leads per contract.
You're right in line. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So
And you had just started direct to seller. Right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, I just want to point that out because sometimes people that aren't already doing direct to seller, they'll be like, well, especially when they hire someone, let's give them 60 to 90 days to perform. Guys, a closer comes in, they get onboarded on this system, and for 2 weeks, they average, like you just heard Bo talk about, who was it? You were talking about someone that just got contracts within a week. That just got
9
onboarded
in 2 weeks.
Yeah, 9 contracts in their first week and a half. Our closers get an average minimum of 5 to 7 contracts in the first 30 days at the company. So when you get onboarded in this, guys, it's a week or two onboarding go. Okay.
You invest into the marketing, the leads are coming in. Talk through the, how did the sales process help you and how important were the call audits?
The sales process gave us something to kind of, rely on as a crutch.
Yeah.
When we were uncomfortable during the conversation and what the tools were that we needed to use.
Was it perfect right away?
No. It wasn't perfect for a while.
Yeah. How did you dial it in?
I mean, you guys always preach 1% better, and we knew that if we got better, then like our conversions were already really good. And I was like, if we can do this like the right way, we'll be doing, damn good. So it was really just the drive of like wanting to get better every day.
Yeah.
And continuing to perfect it by, audit our calls.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So, you get to that point and, what happened in one, you mentioned lawsuits, and I'm sure like that, you guys were severely set back from that. I know it severely set us back, yet you chose, and I know we had a moment, and I don't know if you guys had a moment like this, where we had to burn the boats. And what I mean by that is there was no plan B. We had to decide that this was where we were going or we were going a different path, and we chose this path. So did you guys have like a similar moment? Because I mean, you guys jumped into small group while having all of those things going on. Can you talk about like your mindset there?
Yeah, the bridges had been burned. I had been doing real estate full time for 2 years, and on the back end of that lawsuit, essentially we were able to cut loose all the properties, and net at the end of the day, we're like, okay, cool, we made it out alive, kind of. We had close to $300,000 in debt at the end of that. That was basically personal debt of like business credit cards and private lenders that we still had to pay back. And this was right before I came out to the 2-day. All of that had just happened. My wife comes home. She says, I'm pregnant.
Oh, my goodness.
So that was also unplanned for. And all of that just kind of lit a fire under us to, just to attack it. And we knew we needed a plan. And so when we came here, we had a plan. We knew we could execute it. It had been proven time and time again. And then we went out and did it.
Nice, man. Well, hats off to that, because let's fast forward to now. What's the team look like? That was all, 2 years ago when you were facing that?
Yep. So that was the summer of 23. I came here October of 23.
Yeah.
And we implemented all right away. And
What's the team look like now?
So now team is, we have 2 acquisitions managers, a dispo manager, and then the 2 of us.
Yeah. And performance has been pretty good?
Yeah, performance has been great. We're, kind of averaging in the 8 to 12 deals a month. Currently, and just looking to continue to grow.
And is it all fix and flip, or it sounds like it might be a mix?
No. We then transitioned. We kind of went hard the other way. Got addicted to the quick cash. We're probably about 90% wholesale right now, but now that we have acquisitions and dispos like in their roles and whatnot, the plan is to start swaying it back to a more of a balance and doing more flips.
I love it. So we have a new dispo specialist. So plug and play onboarding, how helpful has that been for you at this point with bringing in a disposition specialist?
Well, we got very lucky. So he came from another company who they were also in results driven.
Oh, okay, there you go. I already went through the plug and play. There you go. Yeah.
So I mean, he knew Podio and all of our systems already, and it was very easy.
Yeah.
Very easy transition.
Nice, cool. Okay, so what are the challenges you guys are focused on right now with your coach?
Basically everything that Tiffany just walked through with Gapology, communicating issues with, acquisitions and expectations. Right now, we're just learning to become better leaders so that we can make sure, like she mentioned, like be confident in a fire, right? It's something that we're kind of debating right now. Like, okay, are we the problem here or is he the problem here? And so just continuing to build ourselves as leaders right now is what we're doing.
Yeah, man, I absolutely love that. And just to see the growth that you guys have had in the last year, the last 2 years has been phenomenal. So hats off to you. And,
I'm just curious. You obviously were in a tough situation before. What inside of you made you keep going? Because sometimes people allow those circumstances to stop them from becoming who they're supposed to be.
When I came from corporate engineering degree, I worked at a corporate engineering job. And when I quit that, I just knew that like I was going to make it at the other end. And when everything started going downhill, I was already 2 years in, and I just felt like I couldn't go back. And I knew that the only way out was forward, because with, if I was to go back and get a job to pay off a couple $100,000, like that's going to take me forever. So I knew the only way through it was forward.
So do you feel like the systems that you guys took on gave you more confidence to get there faster?
Yeah, 100%. 1 month in, we had, 2 or 3 deals locked up through, the process call and everything, and had gotten them sold. And I was just like,
Holy shit,
okay,
this works.
okay, yeah. I was like, this will do.
Yeah, that's nice, man.
So are you glad that you kept going? Because I bet it wasn't easy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Of course, I'm glad.
So I always like to ask everyone, well, again, thanks for coming up and sharing this, because I think a lot of people can resonate with your guys' journey. Like business is not all easy. It's not sunshine and roses. Like there are challenges that we have to face. And I think it's always fun to hear, like, what were the things you implemented? What was the result? What's the challenge now? What's one piece of advice that you would give anyone in this room who is sitting in the position or a similar position that you were 1 or even 2 years ago?
We're just gonna say, just don't give up. I mean, I guess depending on the situation, we were in a very tough spot. I think it would have been pretty easy just to roll over and give up. I'm very, very glad we didn't.
Yeah, that reminds me of the 3 feet to gold story that I opened up with today. Yeah.
I mean, you said it earlier. Go ahead.
Real quick, I just want to build upon that. Remember when I said it gets hardest right before your breakthrough? This is living proof of that.
When I was here the first time, I mean, it resonated with me pretty hard because, we were down bad.
Yeah.
And I had always believed that as well, because any time in life that happens, it's coming.
Yeah. Yeah. For us, like we'll talk more about this tomorrow, but on one of our first flips, we lost $106,000.
Yeah.
And that was that moment where we're like, okay, we're either going all in and there is no other option, or we're going back to work. So what was your piece of advice that you have?
You had said it earlier, but revenue fixes all problems.
Hey, I can get a round of applause for that. Yeah. I like it. Well, thank you guys again for coming up. And, we actually have an award for you both. So, Tiff, do you have both of those?
Yep.
Cool. All right. You guys have been putting in the action, putting in the hard work, and it's paying off. And
At
we
least
want to
hand them all.
congratulate you
There we
all. So, yeah, man.
We need to get belts instead of these things.
What'd you say? Belts. Let's grab a picture if you guys don't mind.
Yeah.
I'm going to get these out of the way here for real quick. And then we're going to take a quick break here in a second. All right. Let's see. Where's the cameras over here?
So how old's the little one now?
1.5.
Was, when were they born?
Whoa.
1.5.
Are you guys? What
Yeah, I know, but what month? What month? We have a 1.5-year-old. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Are we good? May?
All right,
May
guys,
what?
let's give him a round of applause.
Okay, we're May 17th. Yeah.